Hello everyone, Sunset2, welcome to another fabric mod overview, this time on Slab Helper, a mod that simply adds in a tool and the ability for you to switch the state of a slab from either the bottom or top. So yeah, just take a look here. You can see there's just the single tool, which is just sticks and a cobblestone slab. So if we just use, say, some wooden ones for example, let me just place it here, and it's got 64 durability. You can see that one of the durability will change depending on what state the slab is in. I guess you could say maybe similar to a debug stick, except you can't really do that with a slab here. But in, say, other cases like a wrench or certain other functionality that allows you to do things like shift doors and do other bits and pieces, obviously that's sort of what this is doing here. So obviously I could shift it so that I can access this chest, say it was actually covered by a bunch of blocks rather than being accessible, then I could access it, and if I want to move this back down, then I can. So I could use this either for just, say, a secret storage area beneath the floor, or I could have it where I actually just want to shift them down for the sake of, say, mobs not spawning on top, for example. So if I didn't want a zombie to spawn on top of here, obviously I could prevent them from doing that, or something like that, or naturally at least, compared to me using an egg. Yeah, that's probably the sort of situations you use it in. Otherwise, there is mining, which I assume is to do with pretty much just whether it's on top or bottom, and depending on where your hand is pointing at. Otherwise, there is a hotkey that you can use, which is grave by default. Let's see if we can actually find the key binding that you can also probably change. So there is one here, and if we just place it in here, we'll just try harvesting and see what happens on its own. Yep, so we're just going to harvest both. And if we just place both here, and then we hold grave, or press it, sorry, it'll switch between a half mine mode, depending on which one you're looking at. So we'll do the bottom, and that'll harvest the bottom one. If we do the top, because we're facing the top, it'll break the top slab. So there's that. And you can obviously turn it back off again if you want. Otherwise, that seems to be pretty much it for the functionality. In terms of configs, there's quite a few options which we'll take a look at. Which you can find the config under .minecraft and then config, and then it has its own folder. Obviously, if you don't know how to get to that, besides say updata through the Windows means, you can go to resource packs and then go to the open pack area, jump out, go to configs, and you can easily find it. But yeah, so your configs, you pretty much have options to disable if you don't want a slab hooker. It won't disable the additional lines on this double slab though that you get when I assume sort of trying to harvest slabs in half and such, so you just remove the tool but you can probably still interact with them in a way. You've got the render, so having it disable if you want the additional lines when looking at a double slab. You've got the durability, so you can increase it or decrease it. Set 0 to disable consuming durability at all, so it'll just be infinite when it's set to 0, compared to say something like -1 or others that other mods will do. You've got the ability to use the Slab Hooker in creative, so with it in false I assume you can't, and otherwise you're just enabling this. You want to use it only in survival mode as well, actually. Okay, that's what that's for, not just because of that I was thinking. And you've got the ability to enable half mining, which you can obviously turn off if you don't want half mining to be a thing. And I assume that maybe also prevents the use of the mode to switch between as well, I can only assume. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.